Hey, sports porchers. It's your hockey Jesus, and I'm in the studio for game 81, Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Detroit Red Wings. Did I say that right? Said it wrong. Pittsburgh Penguins
Predators
versus the Nashville Predators.
They can't hear me.
That's all right. I'm just a little nervous because look, I'm in the studio. I'm in the captain's chair. This is the technical director's chair. I love it. And I tell you what, I love that game tonight. The Pittsburgh Penguins really did what they had to do. They got the win 4-2. They came out and basically just established dominance in the first period, which, you know what? They've been known to do that on occasion, where they just come out and say, we will not be denied. And they actually scored 4 goals in the first period, but only 2 of them counted. I don't understand some of those, but look, if you go back and look at that first goal, we were talking about it before we went live on the porch tonight. It is definitely true that Bunning stepped on his stick, and it probably stopped him from making that save. I hate that, but you know what? If that happens to our goalie, you're saying that's a penalty. That should not be a goal, and I'm okay with that. And I'm also okay with the other one, even though, look, he's right on the edge. But that's the way you want to play. If you're in the crease like that, and Bunning does a great job of it every night, he's right in the crease. Sometimes you're going to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, and that's what happened. But look, Penn still get 2 goals, and they pretty much established dominance after that. Look, the box score says it all. Sidney Crosby with his 42nd in the first, awesome. Karlsson just had a really good game after kind of a crapper of a game against Boston where he was -4. But he had a goal, and he had a really nice assist on that goal by Bemstrom in the third. Just a great fake shot pass. Just that's what we wanted to see from him all season. We're finally getting to see it here late in the season. And of course, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they find a way to win. Look, Nashville did scratch back a little bit. Nyquist and Forsberg score in the second period to keep it close. But that Riley Smith goal, I think, was really the killer. And that Bemstrom goal was the icing on the cake. I loved the way they played in the third period. It was pretty boring. There wasn't really much going on. They didn't take too many stupid penalties, and that's exactly the way you have to play in the third period when you have a 2-goal lead. You didn't see any of the defensemen coming down. Nobody was pinching. Shea did maybe once or twice, but it's okay. It didn't cost them, and the Penguins did what they had to do. They got the 2 points. They got the win in regulation. That pretty much, I don't want to say it takes the Flyers out of it, because the Flyers still do have a chance. Look, tomorrow's games are absolutely huge. The New York Islanders game may mean nothing if Detroit and the Capitals don't lose tomorrow. And why did Detroit and the Capitals win tonight? Well, it's the tale of 2 games. And let's just go down this path just a little bit before we talk about the Penguins and what they have to do. Because right now, it really isn't about the Penguins. It's about the other teams. The Capitals were beneficiaries of Boston phoning it in. Screw you, Boston. That's bullshit what you did tonight. You did not go out there to play a game against the Capitals. You know you want to play against them in the first round because you can beat them. I hope you go out just like last year, you SOBs. That really pisses me off when a team like that can come into Pittsburgh, whoop our ass, and then just skate around in Washington and not give the Pens a chance. I know I'm being a homer on this, but I don't care, because I think that's just a bunch of crap. So screw you, fans from Boston's ridiculousness. I hope you're out in the first round. That's terrible. Now let's talk about the Detroit Red Wings. Oh my God. I mean, I know they're playing against Montreal. Look, Montreal's been playing really good. I think they were up 4-1 at one point. 3-1. I think it was 2-1, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. They come the whole way back from 4-1. They tie this thing. Look, me and the technical director, I stayed around here at his house, and we were watching the games, and we're watching it. We're like, Detroit's sticking around. We were like counting our chickens before they hatched, I think. Did I say that right? Whatever. And so we're watching it, and here comes Detroit. They're scoring. And, they pull the goalie because they're down by a goal. And who scores the goal? Lucas Raymond. How can you let Lucas Raymond, right by the goal, just shoot the puck right into the net? I know how, because you're playing against the Montreal Canadiens. Look, good teams are not going to let Lucas Raymond or Dylan Larkin shoot that puck, but good for him. I think Lucas Raymond's going to be a superstar in this league. I'm not usually wrong on these things. He's just been clutched down the line here, and it's because he's playing with Dylan Larkin, who really was out for a majority of the time when the Detroit was playing really bad. They were playing without Larkin. Let's not forget that Detroit team. They are young, they're fast, they really deserve the win tonight. And that overtime. Boring until Lucas Raymond gets the puck and puts it in with about, I don't know, maybe a minute and 5 seconds left in the game. If you're a Detroit fan, good for you. You have a lot to really be excited about. That was a great win for them, but guess what? You got to get back at it tomorrow and do the same thing, because if you don't and you lose and the Pittsburgh Penguins win, you are not going to the playoffs. So that's really the scenario for tomorrow night, people of hockey. Look, I'm your hockey Jesus. Have you hit that subscribe button yet? I have no idea where it is. It's either on this side or that side. I don't know where it is. But the technical director will fix it up. Just point my fingers wherever they belong, technical director. Here. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here by my hockey Jesus name. Hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to be here even if the Penguins don't manage to find their way into a playoff spot Wednesday. Because if the Capitals and Detroit win, I hate to say it, but it's all over for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they won't even get a chance to do it, even though they will be 7-1. Oh no, they'll be 7-1-2 still, because of the last game that comes off that was a win. So they'll still be 7-1-2 in their last 10 games. That's an amazing run for this team. And look, there's still a lot to be excited about these Pittsburgh Penguins going into next year, no matter what happens tomorrow night. I'm definitely going to be rooting for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's go, you Habs. You can take this team. You had them tonight. You had them on the ropes. You just stopped playing. And let's face it, the Capitals are going to be coming up against the Philly team. Look, Philly's still in this, believe it or not. I hate to say that, but Philly wins tonight. If Philly beats the Capitals tomorrow, then they will have 89 points. And the Capitals will have 89 points. And if Detroit loses, they will have 89 points, and the Pittsburgh Penguins will have 88 points. Now, that's very important to know, because that means if that happens, God willing, that does happen, then the Pittsburgh Penguins really only need a point. They don't even have to get a win in overtime. They only need a point, because the tiebreaker belongs to them with that regulation win today. So they won't even have to win in New York if that happens. Now, there are all kinds of scenarios. What happens if they only get a point? If let's say Detroit gets a point and they lose in overtime, then the Penguins have to absolutely win. But it could be any kind of win. It could be an overtime. It could be a regulation win. It can be a shootout win. It doesn't matter. They just have to win, because they will own the tiebreaker against Detroit. And there's no way to catch the Caps. If the Caps win and Detroit wins, they're both at 91 points, and you can't get 3 points in a game unless we petition Gary Bettman, and maybe he'll make it better, so that the Penguins, if they win against New York, it'll be a 3-point. No, although that would be something I would advocate for sure. I'd definitely advocate for a 3-point, 3 points. So yeah, look, no matter what happens, this beard's coming off Wednesday. I don't care what happens. This beard is gone. I've had enough of the beard. Look, I did a hockey beard probably, if I think it was 5 years ago, it was 10 years ago. And it wasn't nearly Papa Smurf-like. It was definitely more colored. It definitely had more brown in it. But I can't stand this beard. I really am. The only thing I'm excited for Wednesday is for the end of the game to come, so I can shave this thing off. The next time you see me, I will absolutely be clean shaven. That is a promise from me to you. So, right, what did we learn? The New York Islanders, by the way, congratulations to the New York Islanders. They're in the playoffs. Got the third spot no matter what. So there's only one spot left in the Eastern Conference. And let's hope. Let's pray. Let's all take some time out the next 2 days, or really the next less than 24 hours, to say a prayer for our friends, the Montreal Canadiens, and yes, the Philadelphia Flyers. We have to say a prayer for them, because they absolutely have to win. They got to beat the Caps. They got to beat Detroit. Look, if Detroit plays like they did tonight and they win, I'm not going to be too upset about that. They deserve it. But you won't see any garbage games. I hope Montreal doesn't dial it in. They didn't tonight. Good for them. Thank you, Montreal. A true hockey town, unlike Boston. You garbage team. Ugh, drives me nuts. So, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, we still got one more. This was only 81. We're going to 82. Let's say a prayer. Let's have some faith. And let's say it loud. And let's say it proud. Let's go, Pens.